What's the deal, peeves? So I'm right here, posted up. I always come outside just to kind of see what's going on, you know, like my neighbors, what's around me, because they're constantly having sound, this fucking, I don't know what it is, but it's amplified sound, like coming from an engine, or any engine gives off an electromagnetic field, if you guys don't know that. And so when I'm out here, especially when I'm out here, these pussy ass fools, like, they're fucking ghosts and shit. Like, they don't be passing or like showing their little pussy ass faces as much as they usually do. Like, for instance, let me see. Because these motherfuckers will be lingering on the street, parked on your block, just sitting around like fucking dummy ass motherfuckers. So that's on the next block, and they have to be kind of close. So, like, for instance, like, a lot of the poles that they modified are like kind of towards that direction over there, where my house is right here. They modified like 3 of these electricity poles in the back. I have previous videos talking about that. And the thing is you put aluminum on the windows, right? And I didn't know this till I watched the video, but it's funny because I what's it called? I was watching a video that was talking about aluminum and cardboard, and I put cardboard under my blow-up bed, or sometimes where I sleep, because it's not conductive and shit. So what's it called? Let me see real quick. I'm gonna come inside so I can talk to you guys, because this is gonna be like a pretty much important information that I've probably touched on already, but some of this stuff hopefully I touch base on everything. But you don't want to put just aluminum on your windows. You want to put, if you can put like a sandwich. So you put, let me see, I don't know why the hell my freaking wallpaper keeps changing. No, I don't want to find wallpapers. I want my fucking wallpaper. Bitch. Alright, so, what's it called? So like a sandwich, right? I'm going to go over a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to show you guys some videos as well. So like cardboard on one side, aluminum in the middle, and then cardboard on the other side. So what you could do is probably paste this stuff out. Like, you could either measure your window and then cut out like a piece of cardboard, and then measure the aluminum and cut out, probably put like 1 or 2, depending on however you want to shield. And then you would tape that to like the back of your window inside your house. Or you can just put aluminum and cardboard, but I'm not sure what would work better because I haven't tested it yet. I know this other dude tested, which I'm going to show you the videos of. But like, it's just like they're constantly adjusting the sound because I'm constantly adjusting my shielding. So they're constantly adjusting whatever I use. They'll like adjust it to try to figure it out. And the way that they gather information is they'll make me sleepy. And then once I fall asleep with the ear shielding on, they collect information and they're able to get past it. So like, and then I'll get really sleepy too. Like just like sleepy that you can't control, that it's just like, and I never get like this, only when they build, like I said, a lot of bullshit around you, is that they can start to control kind of like your certain habits or characteristics that you have, like sleeping, eating, going to the restroom, certain things like that. They can influence it. It's not that they can control it. Like for some people, they might feel that way, but I mean, you can fight it. You can go to other parts of the house and where there's supposedly less radiation. But I'm going to touch bases. It's going to be a full pretty much covering everything, all the vulnerabilities, everything that I've noticed. Okay, so obviously, I've talked about this in the past. Whenever you're going and moving into a house, you don't want, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but I think it's bad by having a tile floor. So having a tile floor, it bounces millimeter waves off of that. And um, the thing is that sound bounces off of it well too. I believe. But like I said, I'm not sure. And then the refrigerator, anything with electricity, I've tested this on previous videos. I have a electrical tester, and it shows that anything that you have plugged in, even if it's off, it's giving off an electromagnetic field. So you want to unplug your appliances. You want to, if you can, go to the extent of unplugging your fridge and then replugging it when you wake up. But sometimes you forget, and then things can go bad. So like that's just if you decide you want to do that, or you can put a timer on it when you want to shut it off and turn it on, so it automatically turns on its own. There's that option, and let's see. So yeah, let me just show you guys these videos real quick because I got to do this. All right, so I had a lot of ideas in the past when I used to shield with neodymium magnets. I was thinking, because I used to speak with Robert Stanton a lot, and we would like kind of brainstorm about ideas. And I was just like, man, what happens if you can build a helmet? Because whenever I would leave magnets by themselves and you leave them in a certain area, they can easily track that magnet and pretty much they can figure out the field because it's stationary. Anything that's stationary, whenever you're sitting in your house and you're stationary, they're going to be focusing energy on you. So whenever you're moving around, it's a lot harder for them to focus energy on you. So what I would think is like, okay, well, if they're constantly hitting me in my sleep and conditioning me for the next day, or just conditioning me with these weapons, conditioning my brain to connect to these certain frequencies and energies that they have that's running through the power grid, so that they can continuously keep on torturing you, pretty much, is like, if you block them out and you block these sounds out and these electrical fields, they can't really connect to your brain. So like, that's the conclusion that I pretty much came to. And I've used shielding, and whenever I would change the I would say like the signature, I don't know, some type of field that's in your brain. Whenever you use magnets, it messes with that field, especially when they're focusing, these EMFs on you and stuff that they want to get past and they want to try to figure out. They would be so hell bent on trying to get past my shielding attempts. So they would just like constantly be hitting me with energy, and it would mess up sometimes. Sometimes they wouldn't be able to properly do it right, and then they'd be fucked on their side, and they wouldn't be able to like properly gang stalking me, properly monitor me, whatever. So they would constantly send all these fucking lame ass perps my way. It's kind of settled down a lot because, like, not only though I don't talk about it anymore, but I've also kind of like chilled a little bit more, like not really been as savage as I really have been usually, like just kind of going at these motherfuckers whenever they want some, you know what I mean? So it's just that because, I live with my family and I can't really do the things that I want to do and hold it down the way that I want to, you know what I mean? Because I have to think about other people. But if it was up to me, I mean, these motherfuckers would be it would be funny. It would be funny to see, because a lot of people know me. Well, not a lot of people know me, but the few people that know me actually know me. They know what I'm capable of and know the type of person I am. And there's always, good and bad to everybody. But um, let's just say I'm a man of all traits, and um, if I'm pushed to resort to have to defend myself or whatever, I will. But like, I don't I don't resort to violence if I don't have to. Um, but yeah, anyways, what's it called? I used to shield a lot, right? So I know a lot of things. Like I consider myself like an OG in this like fucked up system. You know what I mean? Even though I don't really give a fuck about being proud of it. The main thing that I'm proud of is being able that I've lasted this long and I still fucking run shit. Like anybody that fucking knows me knows that I haven't bowed down to these fucking fake ass bitches and I never will. And I'm always gonna continue to speak out. I'll fucking go outside right now and put a middle finger straight to your fucking face and you're not gonna do a fucking thing. So I continue to run shit. Just, you know what I mean? By the grace of the Most High and like by his anointed timing. Everything that I feel that I have accomplished is because of him. So I'm obviously going to glorify him first of all, even though, like at times I could be a little bit haughty or whatever. I don't know what you want to call it, but little bit of ego, but a lot of my ego has died. Like I don't really give a fuck about any ego bullshit. I don't, it's just respect, bro. You know what I mean? Like you fucking leave somebody alone. You're constantly being fucked with by fucking like sounds and constant noises and like, people V2K and like just constantly fucking with you. You know what I mean? It's like, who's not going to be fucking annoyed? Like they want you to be like a fucking Buddhist and fucking be like the fucking chosen one that we are. Because that's what they're fucking calling us to do, is be these fucking chosen ones that fucking have to fucking, resist all of this fucking temptation and fucking all this bullshit. And these motherfuckers get to skate through fucking life all easy and fucking, little fucking bitches living on their knees. So like whatever, you know what I mean? They want to try to fucking add, you know what I mean? Like fucking oranges and fucking apples. Like it ain't the same shit, nigga. We come from a different cloth. Don't ever try to compare yourself to me. You're a bitch and we're the fucking chosen ones. Remember that shit. All right. So I want to clear that fucking shit up. So anyways, this fucking, I used to shield a lot, so I know a lot about energy. Because I've experienced it for myself and I studied it. Like I really, really like studied the way that they were targeting me, and I started to understand how these energies worked and stuff. So I was thinking about building a helmet with like Robert. Like, well, I didn't think about building it with him. I was like, he could probably build it, but it would take probably like a lot of material and effort to figure this shit out. I'm not really an engineer and shit, so I can't, I don't really know how to fucking build some shit like this. But like, imagine this video that I'm about to show you. Imagine a helmet. And if the field is constantly changing, if you're driving and it's harder for them to hit you while you're moving, because these satellites and these energies, they have to move them along with you. When you're stationary, bro, your fucking brain is still. You're going to get hit with energy. You're going to constantly get hit with energy. And they know that I know this. So like, it's funny that like even me, somebody that isn't, doesn't have college experience or nothing, if I could figure this shit out, imagine somebody that isn't like, you know what I mean, that studied these types of fields. I don't know what that field would be called, but electromagnetics, or I don't know what the fuck. But anyways, like if somebody actually studied this shit and like learned about it, and like somebody could build some shit, bro. Like I'm pretty sure there has been some shit where people have built or have figured out ways to block this shit out. I have videos actually that I'm going to show you right now. And so like, okay, so if things are constantly moving, it's going to be harder to scan that field. All right. So look at this video right here. Right. So what this is I'm not sure. Those are probably metal pallets that they put like in a line. If you have a helmet that's shaped, like a football helmet or baseball helmet, whatever, and you have these magnets, whenever those little pallets move along this shit, it alters that field. Those little pallets squiggling across the board like that, it's altering the field when it passes by. So if you have 7 layers of these pallets moving around on a helmet, and plus the magnets are turning back and forth. I don't know if they're spinning or they're just gyrating left and right, but they're constantly moving. So the field is constantly changing. Trust and believe, it's constantly changing. So if you were to build a helmet like this, bro, like, I don't know if this shit would like fucking totally fuck their shit up. I don't even know. It's, you would have to fucking check to see, because see, the thing is that this is a random pattern. So if you have these balls that are moving around, right, and they're constantly changing, they don't go on the same path all the time, as you can see right here. So the field is unpredictable, and with this AI system is they like to predict and like to observe and gather information. So if something is very unpredictable, it's going to be a lot harder for them to be able to monitor it and to be able to predict. So because the AI system, that's what it does. It tries to predict your next fucking shit, your fucking brainwaves. If they're able to lock onto you and read your mind, they're going to be able to predict how you're feeling, if you're angry, if you're reacting to their targeting. That's why when I would shield, I would see this stuff and I would see that they were oblivious. They were fucking oblivious to where I was at. They were oblivious to what I was doing. And they would try to fucking be lingering on my nuts constantly, just fucking till they have the right opportunity. You know, like, these motherfuckers have built their little perp shit around me, which isn't going to last too long. We already been looking for places, and for some reason, like, a lot of stuff has been like there has been a shortage of rentals that I've seen. Like, it's slowed down. At first, when I was looking, there was like a lot of properties for rent, but like now there's like very little. So like, I know they're gonna try to like prolong it and try to interfere somewhat, but they could only interfere so much. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm consistent. Like, I'll call places, I'll set fucking you know, and we'll fill out applications, and we'll fucking submit to like move in and stuff like that, and then they just review it, and it's up to them to let us, you know, to move there or whatever. So I look at the surroundings, the areas. I know a lot of these areas because I used to sleep in these areas in my car. So I know a lot of these areas, and I know like certain neighborhoods that are more, you know, more like calm and stuff like that. So like, I know probably the better area to choose. And so like, I'm kind of looking for that type of situation. And they're like, so I'm not just, and I don't want to move into an apartment because I don't want to be stuck there, because I could move into a nice apartment, nicer than the house that I live in. But the thing is that whenever you move into an apartment, you're opening up doors for your neighbors in multiple directions. They're going to fucking move all kinds of shit around you. I already know ahead of time. So I'm just like, dude, like, I'm not going to fucking move into an apartment, give these fuckers the opportunity to keep fucking with me again, because I'm just going to move from one bad situation to another. No, you want to find a house so nobody can fucking tell you shit, and you want to fucking have it, if the best place is at a dead-end street, if you can, like in a nice neighborhood. But if you can't find that, just like in an open area where there's a lot of trees, like, or even if it's on the same street as other houses, just try to find, you know, trees, put trees in your house, whatever you have to do, dude. Like, fucking, there's a lot of ways that you can shield and improve the area that you sleep. So this is one video, all right? This is one idea out of many that I've had, out of all kinds of stuff. This isn't just basic shit that you think of, bro. This isn't fucking somebody that just a normal person thinks about. You know, this is somebody that's more advanced thinking, that is actually fucking having to deal with some shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, nobody's gonna be worried about, oh, building a fucking helmet because of this and this and that. They wouldn't give a fuck about that shit. Why would a normal person give a fuck about that shit? And it's not just that because they're normal, they're not being targeted. They're not awoke to this shit. You know what I mean? They're not woke to this shit. It's like, why would they think about it? They wouldn't, unless they were fucking in the field of some kind and they knew about these weapons. Because just because you're not targeted doesn't mean you can't know about this shit. There's people that just are interested in this topic and have done their research and seen that the government has patents for all kinds of shit. And you can YouTube search fucking electromagnetic weapons, Havana syndrome, all this shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's tons of evidence that backs this shit up. But anyways, I'm gonna show you this video.
Surveillance. Your local lead agent will schedule surveillance watches.
I'm not gonna show all this video. I'm just gonna show the channel, but you guys should check this dude's channel out.
For each target in that community. Each target will have at least one CBA watching them at all times, even while at home and asleep. Each CBA surveillance team will be given a cell phone number for reporting target actions and movement to the local control center, CC. Actions to be reported include, but are not limited to: target turns lights on to start the day. Target uses toilet or shower. Target exits residence. Target drives away. Target arrives at work. Or target shops or visits any other establishments or locations.
Alright, so that's that one. Hold up.
Look at Ephesians 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Right? So that's the King James. Now look what it says in the Geneva Bible. This one is from 1560. This is before the King James. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, and against the worldly governors, the princes of darkness of this world. And notice how it didn't use against again, which means the worldly governors are the princes of darkness of this world, and against spiritual wickedness, which are in the high places. So not only are we in a spiritual battle, we're also being attacked by the worldly governors, the princes of darkness of this world. Right? If you research why he had it translated this way, was because certain things about to blow your mind.
So you are the first person in the history of the United States to win a court case that's based in a form of what's considered electromagnetic terrorism in a way, right?
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
How long did it take you to build a case?
It took me a year and a half to build a solid case. Hired two private investigators. They both researched every single thing I said. I presented all of my evidence, and the FBI immediately identified suspects.
See, that's why they don't like planting chips in people. They had to figure out other ways to do this. And the government has, or at least private sectors of the government have, and are torturing people for it. By the way, if you guys want to see the name of this, it's called In the Search of The Dark World of Mind Control. It's, I think, a movie. You guys can watch it.
And working on the cure for the Terminators, working on psionic defense technology for anti-mind control, working on the formulas and trying to understand spin wave resonance in magnetohydrodynamic fluid resonance, so I can understand how to create the pockets of ferrofluid and electrolytic fluid that can absorb the frequencies from the sides. And these are going to be a lot more sophisticated, these parts. The pylons will be a similar version, but instead the pylons will be more about angular upwards kind of protection. And then I'm also going to have a shield visor that then protects the forehead and the rear head. And these will protect this spot from above, because if it tries to go above here, eventually it's like a spiral and it goes that way. So that's where I'm at. All right, day 10.
You know what I mean? Like, there's people out there eventually going to figure this shit out. The thing is that how much they're going to fucking suppress and try to stop people from helping. This honestly, this is the bread and butter to them controlling how the population thinks, how they conduct themselves, like how they maintain order. This is a big piece of how they, pretty much how they maintain order, how they control all this fucking shit that they're doing, all this fucking government corruption. It's, if somebody starts building these things, they're gonna suppress the shit out of it. So the thing is that until I actually see this stuff coming out, I'll be surprised. But if there's too many people actually investing time in this type of technology, they're not going to be able to do nothing about it. But if there's still the very few people that are trying to build this up, like any type of technology or business that the government can't hack or they don't like, if it's curing people of, you know, diseases and stuff like that, they've suppressed it. If you look at history, they've suppressed anything that goes against their program. So that's why it's hard for a lot of us, not only because we're being suppressed, but because we can't come together. They're suppressing us, they're suppressing the technology, they're suppressing all that stuff in order to maintain their control that they have, because that's the last thing that they want to lose is their control. That's why they're sore losers. They're constantly trying to fuck with us. That's why I have to come and speak out. Like, eventually they're going to push me to where I start having to fucking go and like make some noise. Because to me, like, it doesn't really matter. I'm not making money, so I might as well fucking expose these pieces of trash. You know what I mean? Do something that makes me feel good. I don't give a fuck what they think. I'm going to do something. I'm going to fucking share information. I'm going to do as much as humanly possible for me to be able to spread the truth and to help others, no matter what. Like, that's what they're gonna push me to do, because their level of torture or targeting is low as fuck, because I'm fighting back and I'm resisting, and I figured out vulnerabilities in their system. So that's the only reason that I probably am comfortable and I remain. I wouldn't say neutral, but I remain on a low gear. I'm not fucking, going too fast. I'm not going in the fast lane because there's too much traffic. I can't get around all these fucking perp ass bitches. You know what I mean? So I just chill in the slow lane and cruise it and be like, fuck these motherfuckers. Let them fucking worry about their fucking fake ass society, fucking pathetic loser bitches. Let them worry about them fucking pathetic ass selves. And I'm going to continue being me, fucking genuine 100 fucking, fucking prestige, 10th prestige. You know what I mean? Like, so let me see. I know I have some other stuff in here I wanted to talk about as well. I'm just going to try to think as I'm talking. So I don't want to go over an hour of this video. But for sure, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm pretty much going to break down everything that I've done, like everything that I've seen and everything that I've done that's helped me have progress, or I've seen progress, or have seen change. So when I started to fast, my targeting started to change. So if you I know for a fact, because I've seen it myself, if you fast for like 3 or 4 days, your body starts doing something to itself that it doesn't like. And they don't like it either. Anything that you change, it fucks the way that they target you. So I would suggest to start eating healthy. I would suggest to fast. That would be something positive that you can do. Not only is it healthy, but it fucks them up. Okay, so that's one thing that I've noticed. Another thing that I've noticed is obviously some ear shielding, and I've talked about all kinds of different types of ear shielding, but you guys got to go and watch my videos. And yeah, that's something that I constantly am doing, because there's a lot of sound that they're focusing on me, because a lot of the other shit doesn't work. A lot of the other shit they can't really do because I don't come outside as much. The gang stalking isn't present. I'm not being stressed out as much. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even like acknowledging them that they're fucking existent. You know, so because my targeting isn't present, very, very little. And when they do get past, they're like fucking little children with the fucking little toy and shit that I have to snatch away from these little bitches real quick before they get too fucking comfortable. Oh, that's the fucking video I wanted to show you guys. They almost made me forget.
Working on the cure for the Terminators, working on psionic defense technology for anti-mind control.
All right, so this dude, I don't know if he's targeted or not, but it just makes sense. So he actually is testing things out, and he's seen, and kind of, it's not foolproof. These are basic things that you can obviously do yourself, but it obviously makes sense. So just check this out.
Your weapons, you have one in your kitchen. Let me show you how. This could save your life. This is a microwave door. Now this door has a protective mesh. You see that? And that mesh layer is a metal layer that blocks the microwave from getting outside the microwave, hitting your skin and causing damage. All right? That's why I say never stand in front of a microwave when it's cooking food. So your microwave resonates at a short wave, low frequency cadence to cook your food. The only difference between your microwave and these directed energy weapons, or these LRAD, which are long range aerial denial devices, the same one we've seen in California, the ones we've seen recently in Hawaii, the only difference between these directed energy weapons and your microwave is scale. So these weapons are larger and they're able to shoot a longer wave, right? Higher frequency wavelength that resonates somewhere between 80 and 130 gigahertz. All right. And so I want to show you why that's important, because these weapons are used to actually just penetrate a few millimeters beneath the skin. And once it penetrates a few millimeters beneath the skin, it's able to cause the most damage because you have a lot of nerve endings and nervous system compartments in your skin. I'm going to show you how it heats up this fluorescent tube just to give you an idea of the wavelength. As you can see, I got the microwave here outside, got the door off. Do not try this at home. I'm showing you this so you can protect yourself. Now you can see the wave is expanding the width of the fluorescent tube, and that gives you a good indicator of that field. Now, as I go further out, you see it breaks into two waves. You see that? Now, I'm turkey bacon out here. I want to show you that this thing does have power to penetrate skin and cause damage. So look, it took about 15 minutes to get it to like this. But remember, we don't have a door on the microwave, so all of the energy is not being contained inside. It's scattering out. And this is because we don't have a funnel on the front to direct the energy. But these weapons that they use at some of the highest agencies, the alphabet agencies, are directed energies. All right? So how do we defend against directed energy weapons? Let me show you. The first defense is water. Actually, wetting garments or having water as an obstacle to these directed energy weapons will deflect them. Let me show you.
Dude, this dude, like, I mean, it's not gonna cure all, save all type thing, but it does help. I've used water wetting my hat or wetting like certain garments, certain materials you can put inside your hat and keep them wet. It'll reduce a lot of the radiation, but it won't completely take it away. You know what I mean? This stuff is like super sophisticated. They've already had people that figured this small little thing out. But it's just that something, if you do consistently, they'll get used to it. But hey, any shielding is better than no shielding.
If you're at a protest and you don't have anything to protect you, usually always have bottled water. Now, you see in front? You see it's clearly lighting up? Right? Let's go on back of it. Nothing. It's not lighting up. In front, you see it's lighting up. On the other side, nothing. Okay? Nothing. There's nothing in between here. Okay? There's nothing in between here. See? go just below, there's an opening. You see that opening? That tells you it's getting through in that opening right there. You see that? But here, nope. That water's blocking it. So if you're at a protest, get some cardboard like that, right? And you get some aluminum foil. And I'm going to sandwich that aluminum between two pieces of cardboard. See? Because if I don't, the aluminum will just reflect the microwaves right back at me. I don't want that. I'm going to put this cardboard with the aluminum front like that. So the aluminum foil shielding blocks as well. See that? Now,
See, the thing is too is that there's a lot of fucking waves. All right, so somebody that's targeted knows that this shit is like super sophisticated. They use fucking electromagnetic frequency, fucking short waves, long waves, RF waves, ELF waves, fucking Lily wave. There's a fucking shit ton of waves, bro, that they can use and they have in their arsenal. So like this will block out certain waves, but it's not gonna block out everything. So that's the thing. You have your windows blocked out with this cardboard and this aluminum. You can put this under your bed. What's it called? Put a wet towel over your head at night. Also wool. You don't want. I don't know if you should mix certain fabrics. Like there's something in the Bible. It says don't mix certain fabrics. I forget what verse it is. But look that up. You don't want to mix those. Certain fabrics you're not supposed to mix. It'll help them. But yeah, like you can wear a beanie. Speaking of my fucking beanie, I don't know what happened to it, but I have a wool beanie. It helps to reduce it. It doesn't completely take it away, but it does help to reduce it. You can put a wet towel. Figure out what cloth works better over your head at night. Fucking get a band or a belt, whatever you can, to tie the towel on your head to keep it there. So when you're moving around in your sleep, because the sounds too, in the daytime, when you're, if you're getting harassed with noise or, voice to skull, there's a lot of frequencies and stuff that you can play. And to change your environment, you want to put a lot of plants around you. You want to start eating more healthier, start blocking, dirty electricity in your house, start shutting stuff off when you go to sleep, shield your windows, obviously. If you take these measures, you will start to see reducing in your targeting. And then especially obviously is to use some type of ear shielding. And you guys got to go to my fucking videos that I've told you guys. You got to be careful because some of these castor oils don't work that well. And certain olive oils don't work that well either. But if you're starting off and you're able to block them out, I have comments on a previous video where they're saying that they use a certain type of castor oil. I could go on my comments right now and show you guys. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to check my comments right here, but look, I got 2 copyright strikes, so I got to freaking watch out. I don't know when the fuck these shits are gonna fall off. I had to remove the video, but I didn't see it in time. So this one expires in 28 days. This one expires in 17 days. I just gotta be on the lookout. But anyways, let's see here. No, those are videos. Comments are right here. See, it says, I use castor oil. I was purchasing the Neo Browns and Heritage, but there's one in a dark glass bottle that's more costly. It has like a little flower on the outside on Amazon. I don't remember the name of that's the best one. So I told people that I told you guys, if you get castor oil and you put it and you get it in your inner ear and you just allow it to dry up, you allow it to soak in there, and you don't need to keep on continuously putting it until you feel that you're comfortable and it dried up good enough. Then just leave it alone and don't mess with it after that, because once you start messing with it, you're going to mess up the whole process and it's not going to work as good as it used to, because they start to figure it out. And especially if you use different things. Yeah, my ears are all fucking jacked up and tortured from the shit that I've used. So I had to figure out so many different methods. And like if I used an oil that, let's just say you got something that didn't work and you wanted to get it out, you use soap, some type of baby soap. Find a good one. Doesn't have to be specific. It could be any kind that you like. What are you looking for, boy?
Light bulbs.
Well, they're not in there. My mom knows. She has them in the cabinet in the kitchen or something. I forgot where I was fucking going with this shit. But yeah, anyways, long story short. Oh yeah. So yeah, if you want to get oil out of your ear, soap and water, you just fucking continuously keep washing it out, getting a Q-tip, twisting it in the ear, letting the water soak, and then eventually it'll clear out your ear. But sometimes until the fucking oil's completely clear, because if you use other things, it might crystallize it somehow if it dries it up. So the water, it just kind of breaks it down. So just be careful what you use together. You don't want to mix certain things. I've learned the hard way, but just don't worry. Like if you ever mess up, just know that water and Q-tips will get it out, but it hurts sometimes your ear. Like my ears, I feel like they've become smart, or like a human organism type of shit, where they can focus certain frequencies and close up my ear. And they'll try to keep certain liquids that are not good for me that I've tried, and they'll close up my ear when I keep them in there, because my ear will start vibrating and sound will start changing around me. It will be super amplified. And that's how you know it doesn't work. When it's fucking like super amplified, and like you know when something works when you use it and you see results. That's how you know when the shit works. When you see bad results, it obviously means that the shit's not good. So you can alter it. Once you start putting water and soap, you'll start seeing it die down. You'll start seeing your targeting change. At least in my targeting, that's the way it is. And like there's been times when I blocked them fucking out fucking really badly, and their fucking pussies were all crumbled for a long time. And I'm still blocking them to this day. Like right now, I'm blocking them. So I'm not even fucking worried about it. They get little fucking scraps. You know what I mean? Like the shit that they do is like pathetic loser shit that they're holding on to dear life. You know what I mean? Like fucking Titanic type shit. These fuckers crashed and drowned already. They're just fucking, they're frozen like a fucking piece of trash on the sea. They don't know what the fuck to do. So anyways, yeah. That's pretty much it, dude. Like, there's ways, dude. There's ways to fucking block these fucking pieces of trash. The V2K, I don't get V2K, so I can't really speak on that. But the fields, the tinnitus, the high pitch frequencies, sounds, amplified sounds, extremely high frequency, all that shit, I understand. I've dealt with it. I've blocked them out. I'm continuously blocking them out to a certain degree for a long time already. For years, I've been successful with my shielding, my certain techniques that I've used, that I've talked about. Like I said, I'm giving you guys the fucking keys to fucking how I fuck these fucking cowards up. And it's just on you to fucking do something about it. You just gotta step up and fucking do it. But yeah, check out that cardboard stuff with the fucking aluminum. I'll put that shit on my windows ASAP. Turn off your stuff and start eating healthy and just rise above these fucking cowards and start living the best life that you can, because, you know, we're only here, I guess, for fucking some short amount of time, and like, we gotta fucking at least be able to do something with the time that we're here. Try to enjoy yourself, enjoy the little things, whatever that's meaningful to you. Try to enjoy that. Find the things that you like to do or interested in. Try to invest in people that think like you or like-minded. Don't try to search for exception from other people that are fake and shit. Like, don't try to chase the clout. Don't try to fit in with people that are not, you know, not are the same class. It's just, you're just wasting your fucking time. So anyways, fucking the king has spoken, and I'm out.